Welcome to Chi-Town Cigar Podcast, the podcast where three Chicago guys light up a fine cigar and get into everything from sports and current events to hobbies, life's little moments, and everything in between. Whether you're here for the cigars, the conversation, or just some good laughs, we got you covered. So grab your favorite smoke, settle in, and join us for laid-back chats with a Chicago twist. Now it's time to put some smoke in the air.
Good evening, boys. Welcome back to another episode of the Chi-Town Cigar Podcast. I'm Mike, broadcasting to you live from Aganorsa Studios in Central Illinois. How's everybody doing?
Hello, boys. Marty, Mike, hello. How you guys doing?
Doing fantastic. Excited to be here. We already got some audience members commenting. Welcome, everybody.
Hey, it's another trip around the sun for me this week, so I'm doing good. I'm above ground, and you can't complain, right?
Yeah, you had a birthday, so
I had
happy birthday.
Happy belated birthday.
Thank you. And then we had yesterday was our 18-year anniversary. So me and the Fun Size One celebrated that, and then on Thursday she will celebrate her birthday. So I was really methodical when I planned this wedding and made sure that there was no way to screw this up. So
You have like a whole week of celebrations every year, huh?
we do every year. Yeah, every year. Usually we take a week off, but because of the wedding at the end of this month, we opted not to. So, hold on a second. Fireborn's chiming in. Is that better? Does that sound better to you guys?
It's going up a little bit, yeah.
Okay.
But
I've
we're in the studio, so maybe they have a different sound. Did it get better, Fireborn? He's got a new setup.
I've got a new setup. I got a new computer. I went with the Apple MacBook because Marty has one, and I'm using my sexy voice. Val, I ain't got a sexy voice. But yeah, and just for the podcast to be able to do some more stuff, I jumped over to a Mac. So that changed everything. It changed the microphone, hence this. It changed the headphones, hence this. So yeah, it's been a challenge, and I'm doing my best. So I appreciate if you guys tell me I am down in volume wise. Let me know.
That's better.
Okay.
A little louder. Can you guys hear the cicadas in the back over here, or is it bad?
Not too bad.
So yeah, so cool. So yeah, so it's been a crazy week. It's been a good week, but it just it takes a lot. It takes a village.
I had a yellow jacket nest inside our house.
Yes.
Exciting.
I saw that. Did you call somebody? Or did you do it yourself?
They made a nest in the air intake vent for the fireplace, and I could hear like we went down in the basement one morning, and there were like 50 dead bees on the floor, and we were like, "What the heck is going on?" Then I tilted my head, and I could hear some buzzing, and I looked up, and there was like they had expanded beyond the tube. Broken through the tube, and yeah, so we called somebody. I don't have a beekeeping suit, so no way I'm trying that without the beekeeping.
No, yeah, that's when I saw those pictures. You should have saved those pictures, and we could have shown them on the podcast to show people how crazy you were. I'm like, you know.
So that was the buzz around my house.
Ah, there you go. TX asked a good question, and it's a good way to kick off the show because we're a little bit slow today. But what are you guys smoking tonight? What's everybody smoking? What's everybody drinking?
I'm smoking the AJ Fernandez Decennial. Beautiful cigar.
Nice.
Good
Absolutely.
choice.
That review came out last night, today, for us. Is that out? Is that on the website?
Check to see if Chris posted it yet. We told him it was okay, but I haven't seen if he posted it. Yeah.
So I did not see your guys' ratings. What did you guys give it?
Well, as an overall, the Chi-Town Cigar Podcast gave it a 92 out of 100, and that's what matters. Is what
I think
we rated it.
I had a 90. Somebody had a 94, and the other person had a 92.
Two.
So it's like,
Yeah, I give it 92. That's good.
Yeah.
Combination of 92. Beautiful.
Yeah.
We agree.
Yeah, Marty, what are you smoking?
I am smoking the La Carême limited edition 2022.
Nice.
Brown heads.
Yeah.
This absolutely scares me, and I might have to leave the podcast because if Fireborn and I are smoking even closely to the same cigar, that means I'm screwed in the head. But I'm doing the Trinidad Espiritu series number 3, so I'm far enough away from number 1, but it just scares me that him and I are even on the same wavelength, that we're both grabbing the same cigar tonight. So,
Great minds think alike.
yeah.
What's the difference between the number 3 and the number 1?
2 digits.
2, right? 2.
Yeah. Oh, the bronze back and unsweetened iced tea. There you go.
There you go.
There you
Bronze back. Beautiful.
And hopefully Chief is not on the podcast. I don't see him in the room, but Marty, I'm freaking addicted.
Oh, wow. You've gone full.
Hey, when I turn around and I knock a cigar and I start smoking and I like it, and then I turn around and start telling everybody how much I hate Dr. Pepper, and now I start drinking it, and it's like, and we went shopping this weekend, and I'm like, oh, I gotta get some more Dr. Pepper. She's like, oh boy, here we go. So yeah.
I'm having a carbless seltzer.
Nice.
Yeah.
So,
I have water.
nice.
I got water.
Val's doing the LFD cabinet number 5, so we got some good stuff going on tonight.
Oh yeah.
We got some good stuff going on tonight. I will say, I am struggling with Rumble. For the last week, I have been back and forth with their technical assistants to try to get, for some reason, our account, I can't get access to it. Every time I try to get access to it, it tells me that there's something wrong. And they go, okay, well, it's the browser. I go, it's not the browser. Then they go, okay, well, try clearing your cookies. So I'm like, I tried clearing my cookies. So they said, okay, try this. I said, I even use a different computer. I use my work computer, and so I don't know. So I can't even upload anything up there. So,
and here we are, ready to rumble.
Here we are. So,
First time for Fireborn smoking that cigar.
Which one was this? Oh,
the number 1.
The Espiritu number 1.
Yeah.
Pepper note.
What did you drink with it the first time? Do you remember that you got the strong peppery notes? Michael Buck.
I had that when the first Decennial I smoked had a lot of pepper in it, and the second 2 didn't. So sometimes that can just vary by cigar. A lot of the half wheel reviews that I read too, they say like they're different. They're smoked the same line, and some cigars taste different than others.
This time a little bit. I'm tasting a little bit of pepper in the beginning when I light it up, but they went away like after 3 puffs. I mean, I haven't eaten anything. Like I said, I'm drinking water, so maybe it has to do something I ate earlier.
Could be. Something always affects their palate. So yeah, who knows? Who knows? But yeah, before we get going into the topic, I just want to remind everybody, subscribe to the Chi-Town Cigar Podcast. Subscribe to our website. We're getting more reviews out there. We're trying to pump out as many reviews as we can. We're doing press releases. We'll talk about one of the press releases we did. It should be coming out hopefully by the end of the night tonight, or if not by tomorrow, but we can talk about that during our news segment. But yeah, jump on over to ChitownCigarPodcast.com. Hit subscribe. You'll get our reviews and our press releases right to your mailbox. So, Marty?
We've been putting out several reviews lately. I'm
Yes, we have.
checking right now to see if it hasn't not posted yet.
Okay.
Hey, you know what we're doing tonight?
What are we doing?
We're giving back to the community.
That's right. We are.
I like that.
Yes. All
Yes, we
5
are.
people so far.
To our Shy Town Cigar podcast community, we've got some giveaways. We're going to do 5. I think each of us has a 5-pack.
Yeah, we do. So 3 winners, up 7. Our number jumped to 7. The minute you said free giveaway, our number jumped to 7.
That's the way to get the viewership up. I've already got mine picked out. I don't know if you guys do, but I've got a Wise Man Maduro. You can't get those anymore. Blood Medicine, limited edition 2025. Adventure Navigator, an Aging Room Quattro Nicaragua Concerto, the new one, and a Avo Synchro Nicaragua 10th anniversary.
Oh, awesome.
So we're gonna have total of 3 winners today.
Yeah. All you gotta do is comment. So everyone who's commented already is already registered to. I think we've only had 3 commenters so far. So
I know. Comment to win. Yeah. So it'll be we'll pick out 3 winners at the end of the night, or we'll put them on the wheel or something like that.
The Wheel of Fortune. See that this Chief is on Discord, so if you want to send him a picture of your Dr. Pepper.
Yeah. Great. Yeah.
You know, I'm wondering if the taste changes if you do from 0 to with regular sugar. Do you think it changes?
Wait. We gotta talk about this. Hold on a second.
I just saw this.
Marty's gonna save on shipping.
yeah. He doesn't even smoke cigars. So
is it gonna be like I won, and then like here you go?
We'll just say it now. We'll say it now. Family members are not eligible.
Yeah.
Huh. I don't know. We're free. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hopefully not. Moto Man.
We all like that Decennial.
Yeah, all the Descent is good. I believe this is either Robert or AJ. So I can't really tell by the name, but it's a friend of mine from the lounge. So welcome.
Cool. All right. So Marty, should we jump into our mission for the day?
What is our mission?
You tell me what our mission is.
Our mission is, so as I'm doing the Decennial review, the Decennial has this picture on it of, I think it's Columbus landing in the New World. Hence the name New World. Yeah, see that picture right there? It's got the Columbus landing, the ships in the background. And I said, hey, since we just did this this review, maybe we should kind of cover cigar history. So we came up with a topic called Cigar History 101. It's also back to school time, so everyone is buying their back to school stuff. Kids getting ready to head back to college in a few weeks.
So you basically had an epiphany. You're like, ta-da!
It was an idea. I'm an idea guy.
You are.
Yeah.
And with our reviews too.
Fireborn, she rescues dogs. Just ask Marty.
She rescued me.
Yeah, she rescued Marty.
Rescue Marty.
So you can't imagine what it was like to be Christopher Columbus. First of all, sailing across the ocean, then landing and seeing the Taino people on shore, and they might have been smoking tobacco because they were like the first people, the indigenous people of the Caribbean, and they probably wondered what the heck is going on. And so that began our history with cigars.
It will be. I wish I had the Mayflower. That's a nice cigar.
That would be another good one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was thinking about doing the Decenio tonight.
Yeah, I saw it and I remember about it. I'm like, yes. It was like on the first row too, because it was. I just got. I think this is my fourth one I've been smoking.
Even the Navigator or Barbarojas Invasion or one of those have been good too.
Mm-hmm. Columbus got lost. Yes, he did. But wouldn't be here without him, right?
It'd be different. That's for
It'll
sure.
be different.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So we're going to try and trace the cigars from the indigenous origins to their roles throughout history and talk about some of the rituals and cigar trade and some interesting historical stories. So let's jump right into it.
Let's do this.
Okay, so we kind of talked about the I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. I looked it up. Tayano, I think is how you pronounce it.
It is Tayano? Okay.
Yeah.
We should just call Tim and have Tim tell us because they actually carry the Tayano cigars.
Oh, well, then that's probably what it's named for.
Yeah.
And I didn't really know that much about them, but they apparently were using tobacco in ceremonies and healing practices like 1000 BC. So over 3,000 years ago, they were growing tobacco and using it.
Yes, they do, Fireborn. Yes, they do.
Yeah, I'm the latest European.
Yeah.
And then back in the day, before you start, they were probably using a type of a pipe to smoke it, right? Because no, really?
No. They rolled the tobacco leaves and smoked them.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yep. That's well, we'll get into it. I don't want to step on Marty's.
No. Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah, I was just curious. I thought it would be like they started from, like I'm assuming like pipes, but that's pretty cool.
I think there was some mention of pipes, but they were like the first recorded people that would roll them.
Fireborn, he's like one of the dogs you can't get rid of. It just keeps coming back. You feed him a little bit, and he just keeps coming back.
So the Tayano people, they spoke a language called Arawak. Like I said, they lived in the Caribbean, and they used tobacco for spiritual and social practices and ceremonies to connect with deities and honor ancestors or seek guidance.
Mm-hmm.
They had some ritual called the Cohoba, which kind of makes me wonder if that's where Cohiba came from, where they mixed tobacco with hallucinogenic stuff to induce visions for shaman. So that's interesting.
And that group of people, the modern day today is Cuba, Dominican, Haiti, Puerto Rico, all those islands, right?
Yeah, all the Caribbean islands.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And the shaman would like blow the smoke over the sick to ward off evil spirits, or they actually applied tobacco to wounds, which I've heard people say, like if you get a bee sting, if you put tobacco on it, it like eases the pain. Have you ever heard that?
No. Don't. You didn't get sting from the bees you clean up, right?
No.
Okay.
Luckily, I would have tried it out if I had. And then the Tayano had this word, Cigar, Sikar, which referred to the act of smoking tobacco, and that's where the word cigar came from.
It's very close to the cutters, the Cigar cutters.
I think it's more of where the word cigar comes from.
Yes, yeah. I was trying to play a joke.
Yes, I know.
And then, like we talked about, the Taino people rolled the tobacco into tubes. They wrapped them in palm or maize. So I guess they didn't use tobacco wrapper leaves. They would wrap them in palm leaves. I wonder how that tasted.
It'd be interesting.
I wonder if they smoked it for the taste or if it was just for the nicotine and spiritual stuff. You wouldn't think that would taste.
I bet you it's more the spiritual. You know?
Because if I wrapped the cigar in a corn leaf, that would not be good. You should try that, Mike. You got corn.
No.
He gets the corn sweats every day.
Yeah.
Now in the summer.
I wonder if they ever tried wrapping it in like banana leaves, because banana leaves are huge. So there's got to be some sort of residual flavor notes on those banana leaves.
And if you go that far, we could just do grape leaves too, like the Greek food.
Yeah. Tobacco and shrooms.
Brilliant.
But they did also use pipes. They had some kind of a Y-shaped pipe, which I don't know how you smoke with a Y-shaped pipe. Maybe you have two ends.
It could be, maybe it's almost. I wonder if that's almost like the idea of blending. If you have two ends and they're feeding in, so you have two different types of tobacco, and so as you light them, you're getting, which is pretty ingenious idea. I'm surprised somebody hasn't gone back to try that again in today's world.
Yeah.
To see what you'd get out of it.
So it's interesting how the tobacco, acts like a sponge when applied to an insect bite. Let's just start doing it. So hold on, we gotta get some bad cigars and break them down, and I can put some tobacco on it.
Yeah.
Get some like $3 cigars and see we'll go from there. Because I don't want to break down a Padron.
You should break down one of those cigars out of the Rojas box.
No, those are nice. Those are actually really flavorful. I like them.
Did you get yours organized yet, or are they just?
Did you figure out
mixed up?
I'm just gonna stand here and freeze and pretend I didn't hear you guys' question.
Try to remind you of that.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty funny.
The fun size one asked me, she goes, "Well, can you put them all back together?" I go, "No, it's done." He's like, "Oh my god!" I go, "Yeah." So.
And then apparently those Y-shaped pipes were called tobacos, which I guess that's where the word tobacco came from.
Fireborn, if the two people shared the pipe, that'd be called a hookah.
Hookahs have like multiple.
You can have multiple hoses, yeah.
Never done a hookah.
Really? Come by the Ultimate. I'll give you one. While you're smoking.
I don't want
a cigar.
Hookah. I'm okay with not having ever done one.
Yeah, when I was younger, we used to do that a lot, but.
Okay. Hold on. Let's back up. I don't mean to stop you. I was trying to follow Val here, but tobacco acts like a sponge when applied to an insect bite, reduces the autoimmune response from our body. That's why bites swell up. He corrected it here. And then changing of mouthwash also. I knew mouthwash did. I knew that was also one of the things for bee stings with mouthwash. But yeah, interesting. See, our people know more than we do.
Yeah.
Yes, it does have to go through a water reservoir. So.
See, I was trying to look up the Yagua cigar by Jason Yuma, and it used like a different wrapper, but it does not. Yeah.
All right. Go ahead.
I was gonna say there's a lot of crazy historical facts and historical stories with cigars. I got this. We got to talk about our man Winston Churchill, and I just not to deviate from this, but one of your notes I started running down this rabbit hole. So it's alleged that a cigar saved Winston Churchill's life. So during World War II, Churchill was a target of Operation Long Jump, which was a Nazi plot to assassinate him along with Roosevelt and Stalin during the Tehran Conference in 1943. So
Wow.
here's the idea, is that they knew Churchill's pattern, you know? So the German agent figured he had to match the exact timing of Churchill's movement to be able to kill him. So that included his stops for drinks, baths, and cigars. And on this particular day, Churchill, being Churchill, took longer than expected because he wanted to finish a Cuban cigar while reading the daily intel reports. And because he took so long, the assassin missed his opportunity. And so supposedly, there you go, smoking a cigar saved his life. So anytime your wife or your significant other tells you to stop smoking cigars, you can say, hey, this could be the one that saves my life. There could be somebody out there right now waiting to assassinate me. And by smoking this cigar, I'm going to avoid it. So
Yeah, validation can save your life.
validation can always save your, or get you out of a lot of work. Whoa.
Yeah, the grape mafia is after me, so I'm getting
Yes.
saved by the cigar.
There you go. There you go. All right, Marty.
All right, so continuing on, so Columbus comes and lands and sees the Taino people smoking tobacco, and they, people take notes and record it, and some of the people interacted really closely with the Tainos and learned about tobacco, and they taught them about it. And Columbus originally kind of dismissed that, but his crew brought some tobacco leaves and seeds back to Spain when they returned in 1493, which introduced the plant into Europe.
Okay.
And then apparently there's this one guy, Rodrigo de Jerez, who was thrown into prison for smoking during the Spanish Inquisition.
Oh, wow.
He was part of the crew, I think. He was part of the first voyage. And he was smoking tobacco publicly, and people didn't know what the heck was going on. And this was around the time when the Spanish Inquisition, but every time I say Spanish Inquisition, I think of Monty Python.
Exactly. Yep.
So they put him in jail for like 3 to 7 years for smoking.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are we sure it was tobacco? Maybe it was, back in the day they were smoking the NJ stuff, the marijuana. So they're like,
no, that's you, Teddy. That's you.
And this whole method is going back 3,000 years, right? Before Columbus.
They said 1000 BC. So yeah, this is
wow.
By the 1490s, it's 2,500 years old and just getting introduced into Europe. So we already talked about the rituals, spiritual and social, communicating with the deities and the ancestors. And then, but it also had a social effect. It facilitated bonding in the indigenous communities. They shared smoked tobacco in gatherings, reinforcing alliances. So that's kind of like today, right?
That's what today's herf. Yeah, exactly.
I wonder if they called it a herf.
No, that's a jazz term, but no.
That'll be really funny.
They probably didn't live stream it, or they could have gone worldwide.
They could have, they could have gone worldwide.
Yeah, and then the medicinal qualities. So contrasting that with the modern culture in Europe and the Americas since the 18th century, it's kind of been more of a luxury and sophistication. So at some point, as they grew the tobacco in the Caribbean and in Virginia, in the U.S., by the time it got back to Europe, it was pretty expensive.
Yeah.
So that was a luxury item.
Hey, that's how it feels about Atabay. You know, they make it and then they ship it to Spain and it comes back to America. It's kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
Well,
that's the whole
aged and all the different wood and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the whole trade route. That's the whole cigar trade route was based on the fact that it was now a luxury item.
Right.
So you could trade cigars and get quite a bit for a few cigars.
In the colonial era, people actually paid with tobacco. Like that was the form of currency back before the when there wasn't enough coin. People would grow tobacco and use that as currency.
Yeah.
The Greeks pay with a bucket of oil and olives.
Did they? What did the Greeks use? The ancient Greeks use for money?
They use everything.
They coined
coins.
Yeah,
coins. Yeah, that was just kidding.
I never thought of that. Like if you're a new country starting out, and there's no Bitcoin or anything like that back then, and how do you pay for things if they haven't like coined enough currency? So you got to barter with what you got.
With items, correct. That's why it was back in the day. I mean, even when my probably grandma was alive, back in the 30s and 40s in Greece, that's probably did.
Yeah. Fireborn says Uzo.
What is Uzo?
It's like a black licorice kind of drink. Tasting like it's clear.
Like Jägermeister.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Jägermeister of the Greeks.
We don't have the Gold Flakes though.
Oh gosh.
When I used to drink a lot of the Jägermeister. And the Coleslaw. The Coleslager has the Gold Flakes.
The Goldslager, yes. For those of you that don't understand Teddy's thick Greek accent, it's not Coleslager, it's Goldslager.
Goldslager, yeah.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I mean, Val's right. It was the barter system. I mean, you figure, hey, I got 2 chickens. Can I get a cigar from you?
I'm telling you, a bucket of olives always does oil. I think up to this day, probably in Greek villages, they still do it.
Oh,
I gotta ask my mom about it.
Man.
I've got an excess of tomatoes in our garden now, so anyone wants to trade for tomatoes, let me know.
I'm waiting for mine to come in.
I'll give some tomatoes. I'll give you some cigars.
Okay.
Not expensive ones. Don't.
He's got the factory throwout. So I'll trade you for some cigars.
I mean, I'm not. It's not I'm gonna give you some Cubans or some Padrones, but average about $10 to $15 is not bad, right?
Listen. Those cherry
tomatoes, they're pretty good.
Those cherry tomatoes go a long way, Teddy. Oh gosh.
If you're nice to me, I'll throw in some jalapenos.
Yes, I love hot stuff. But yeah, the cherry tomatoes, it's easy. Put them in the salad. You don't have to cut them much.
Oh,
so it's a win-win.
Yeah.
All right. So then in the 16th and 17th centuries, tobacco became a significant cash crop in the United States. That was one of the things that the United States used to fund its early days.
Oh, you got somebody that wants to trade for your beehive.
The fireboard is on fire today. That's so funny.
I let the guy, the exterminator, take the beehive
Oh,
in the back
God.
of his truck.
Oh,
Have you ever watched the Hornet King on YouTube?
no.
No.
Yeah, you look up the Hornet King on YouTube. So I don't know where he is. He's in Pennsylvania or something like that, or Maryland, and he goes around and he films. People call him, and he goes and finds a beehive and in people's houses and takes it down, like huge ones. Mine is small in comparison. And then he takes the beehives back to his chicken farm and he throws them on the ground, and the chickens eat up all the.
Wow.
That's extra protein right there for the chickens, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's a smart idea.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I always wanted my own chicken.
he
coop.
doesn't spray them. This guy used some kind of spray on them.
Huh.
That wouldn't be good for the chickens.
Okay.
So it became a cash crop, and then so how did cigars kind of take their shape of today? The Spanish colonies, they colonized a lot of the Caribbean, and Cuba developed some of the early cigar making techniques by the late 16th century, building on the Tallano, the original rolling that they did. And they started to formalize these methods into what we know as cigars today. And then in the 17th century, Spain established some factories. So there were a lot of factories in Spain with all this tobacco that they were bringing back in Seville. And I think they said Amsterdam, and can't remember the other large city. But they processed a lot of the cigars for the European markets there.
And it's funny that Spain is sort of, because Spain doesn't produce any cigars now, if I'm correct. So that's funny. I mean,
well, there's tobacco from what's the name of the cigar from Macanudo, España. That's
I mean,
Spanish tobacco, but yeah.
But Spain's not producing cigars, So I mean, it's very interesting that it's we have the J.C. Newman factory, and that's really it for we did this whole episode on American-made cigars, but something that was so prolific here is so prolific in Spain, and it's not. They're still widely smoked, obviously, in the United States. They're still widely smoked in Spain, but you're not producing them. You're not, and I think that goes back to our labor cost. I mean, it doesn't go back to production. You can grow. I mean, we know, you get good tobacco out of the United States and in certain regions, but you look and say, okay, well, if I've got to pay somebody minimum wage to roll cigars, that those 300 hands touching a cigar is going to drive the 300 American hands touching a cigar is going to drive that price right to the roof. We're going to be smoking $100 cigars because that's what it costs to make a cigar in the United States. I hate to say it that way, but that's the honest to God truth.
That probably wasn't that much true back then, though.
No. Oh, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was probably way cheaper.
Oh,
right?
absolutely.
I mean, yeah. I'm pretty sure they didn't have back in the day $150 cigars, $100 cigars.
Nope.
That would be interesting.
That's true. That's true, Val. It maybe some small hometown factories. I'd love to be able to find those. I mean, it's sort of like, we'll go and give Guy Fieri a plug. But diners, drivers, and dives. You find these little mom and pop, El Titan de Bronze. That's one of those ones you go, okay, hey, I want to smoke stuff that comes out of there because it's a small little factory. It's 10 rollers that are rolling all those cigars. So yeah, you find a little mom and pop factory in Spain, and you're like, I want to smoke those cigars. I want to just see what they're like. I want to see how they compare to, the other ones. I mean, it's still my bucket list, and one of the things we're gonna definitely up. I was just gonna say that, Val. It's one of those things that I definitely the Chi-Town podcast will at some point before we go off the air make it to Miami and check out and try to broadcast from El Titan del Bronze because I think it'd be phenomenal. I just think it'd be a great experience. So
PCA Miami, I'm down.
yeah. So all right, Marty. Sorry to hijack you. Go on.
It's okay. Good discussions.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to put anyone to sleep with my history lesson. You got to spice things up a little bit.
I mean, your voice is smoothing.
I'm
on page 52 of my notes. Keep going. We've only got another 100 pages to go.
So apparently the British colonies, like in Virginia, they focused on pipe tobacco instead of cigar tobacco. So pipes was the more common thing here.
Mm-hmm.
And chewing tobacco too, apparently.
Wow, that's crazy. Back then?
Yeah.
Oh, Val has been there. Okay.
You'll have to fill us in.
Yeah, that'd be a fun trip.
Yeah, it would be.
Oh, yeah.
So then by the late 17th century, the techniques from Cuba for hand rolling and leaf fermentation kind of became standardized. And that was really the foundation for the cigars that we use today.
Yep.
We already talked about tobacco as currency. We talked about, one of the places in Seville, Spain they were state-controlled factories, interestingly. One called the Royal Tobacco Factory, Real Fabrica de Tabacos, that was established in 1728. Nothing really super interesting in that section. Then in Cuba, the torcedor, the cigar roller, emerged as a really highly skilled artisan, which I think they are considered that even today.
Yeah.
They had precision in selecting. So they were also the blender, I guess, because they had to select the filler, binder, wrapper leaves. And by 1700s, Cuban cigars were renowned for quality around the world. Did you know they used to have people read to the rollers?
Yes.
Maybe they still do that today, but
yeah.
No radio or anything. I guess people read newspaper to them.
Yeah, and there was a book. I'm trying to think. There was a couple books. There was a couple books that they read pretty regularly to the rollers, classics. But yeah, I think that. I mean, it's almost what we're doing. What you do now with podcasts. I mean, we listen to podcasts while we work or whatever, and it's just sort of for me. I have not severe ADD, but I have ADD. I need something playing in the background to keep me focused on what I'm doing. The fun size one goes, I don't understand how you're doing that. How you can have music playing and you're trying to crunch numbers or do whatever you're doing. And I said, it helps me stay focused. So I gotta believe it's the same thing with the rollers. It's sort of something to keep them focused, but at the same time keep them entertained. To be able to go, okay, hey, I'm we're listening to the news, we're listening to this book, whatever it is. So yeah, I think that is so awesome.
Yeah, it's like a storytelling basically in the background, kind of.
Yeah.
And keep them occupied and, like you said, entertained.
Yeah. I mean, and imagine being hired for that job. So, Val, we know that story, and you're absolutely right. It is an unbelievable story. Eric will actually be on the show. Can I tell them? Can I tell them?
Absolutely, Ken. Yeah.
Break the news. breaking news. Eric will be on our show August 12th. August 12th, Eric Bay from Black Star Line will be on our show. It was only a matter of time. It wasn't like this is, Eric is a friend of all three of ours, and we were able to get the schedules finally lined up. And so, yeah, August 12th, he'll be on our show.
Next week. Next week.
Is that next week already?
Yes,
it is. Oh yeah, it is. So yeah, he'll be on our show, and yes, we will have him talk about that story. But it is an absolutely interesting story. If you don't know it, we highly recommend being a part of our show and listening to that.
Have you had your Meadowood MLK yet? Have you gotten them?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I'm hoping to get it this weekend. Wink, wink, nod, nod.
Teddy, you have them in.
I already got it for you. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I do. It's in the packet. Yes, it is.
Yes. So yes.
And no, I haven't tried. Have you tried it, Marty?
Yes. It's really good.
Good. Okay. I'm excited. I think I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it this weekend.
So
you guys.
I want to because I love this. I love this whole role and TX through. So they were called lectors. So is that where? And I don't know. So I'm at. So is this where we get? What's the term?
Animal lector.
Lectures.
Yeah. Yes. Is this where we get animal lector? No, but gosh, I can't think of the word now. But I'm assuming this is where the whole idea comes from. People standing up at a lectern.
Are you lecturing me right now? Are you lecturing me?
Yes, thank you. That's what I'm talking about. Lectures. I couldn't think of the word, but I'm sure that's where some of it comes from is lectures, because you sort of were standing up there and educating people, because somebody said that it was a form of education. Here we go. Fireborn said it. I hate to give him credit for that, but it was a form of educating the workforce. So yeah. So lectern. Thank you, Fireborn. I appreciate somebody thinking for me when I can't. So, but yeah, somebody said something. The History Channel has a good, again, Fireborn. Damn it. The History Channel has a good history of tobacco show, but I would love to be able to dive deeper for myself into that whole idea of who came up with that idea, and
was it the Italians?
It wasn't the Italians, but you got to figure that person had to have a very booming voice, because that room is not 10 people. Even if it was 20 to 30 people, you've got to get your voice to carry without screaming. So it fascinates me.
Yeah, they couldn't do it for a whole 8-hour shift. Your voice would be shot after that.
Yeah, I wonder how many times they changed. I wonder if they had 2 or 3 people.
Yeah, maybe
full-time job lecturing people. Maybe I can do that.
Yeah.
I think my mom can agree to that.
All right, so let's get back on track. So in the 18th and 19th centuries, cigars were like a staple in European high society. It was a symbol of prestige among the wealthy industrialists, monarchs, and diplomats. And there was King Philip of Spain. He was one of the more powerful monarchs over there, and had a lot to do with spreading it throughout the idea of it throughout Europe. I guess they were importing it, and he was kind of the first. I don't know if he was an advertiser, but he was the. Since he did it, everyone wanted to follow his lead. Was he? There's a cigar made by J.C. Newman now that was supposedly smoked by some king in Spain. Is it the Cuesta Rey or Diamond? Is that where the Diamond Crown came from? I don't know. I know one of their cigars was smoked supposedly by some.
The Diamond Crown, I think.
Yeah, I don't think it was the 1800s, but maybe the 1900s.
Yeah.
Cool, I think you're right. It is Diamond Crown. Let's see if I can look it up.
Excellent.
So we're at time for commercials.
I was gonna say, are we ready for
My
some?
notes, commercial break.
Yes, we are.
All right, we're gonna hear a word from our sponsors, and we'll be right back.
Step into luxury at Ultimate Cigar Lounge, where passion meets perfection. Discover a world of premium cigars, hand-selected from the finest tobacco regions. From bold beginners to seasoned aficionados, our curated collection delights every palate. Grab a cigar from our amazing selection, pair it with freshly brewed coffee or fine spirits, and sit back and relax in an atmosphere of elegance and warmth. Ultimate Cigar Lounge, your haven for unforgettable moments. Visit us today and ignite your senses. Ultimate Cigar Lounge, located in Villa Park, Illinois. Open daily. Looking for the ultimate eyewear experience in Chicagoland? Discover Eyewear Fix, your premier eyewear store for over 28 years. From sunglasses to sports glasses to safety gear, we've got it all at every price point. Bring your prescription, and we'll handle the rest. Our appointment-only office offers a private, concierge-style experience tailored to your busy schedule. Call or text Chris at 630-853-4167 to book your visit and see why Eyewear Fix surpasses expectations. Eyewear Fix, where style meets precision. Get your fix today.
And one more thing as we're going through our sponsors, we want to remind everybody that if you head on over to Perfect Pairings, the Perfect Pairings Club, and use the code CHITOWN10, that's CHITOWN10, at checkout, you'll get 10% off your membership to the Perfect Pairings Club. You can pick the silver, bronze, or gold level. I was trying to look for the graphic that we had, but I can't find it right now. So, but yeah, that's part of Adam Guard's group, and so I highly recommend it. If you're interested in pairing cigars and just sort of exploring that whole idea, he does a great job with pairing cigars. You'll get a card every month that lists the cigar and what you should pair it with, and then he has a Discord channel that each week he will say we're smoking this cigar, and people will talk about what they're pairing it with and what their findings are and stuff like that. So, Perfect Pairing Club, head on over there, use the code CHITOWN10 at checkout, and get a 10% discount.
All right. Let's dig back into this. We're in more modern times now. So some interesting story. We kind of already talked about Ulysses S. Grant before, yeah. How he smoked like 20 cigars a day.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Apparently, admirers sent him like thousands of cigars during the Battle of Fort Donelson. And yeah, he like, I don't know how he smoked 20 cigars. They must have been small.
We smoked them fast,
Then you already talked about Winston Churchill.
Yep.
I can't imagine, 20 cigars. Imagine if they're all Churchills too.
I don't think Grant was smoking Churchills, but yeah.
Because I know back in the day the cigars used to be a little bit smaller, actually much smaller than today's day.
Well, and I'll bet you too, obviously, humidity wasn't a big thing back then. So you're smoking a cigar that's probably pretty dry. So, you're lighting it up, and it's not like you're smoking a cigarette, but, you're smoking a dry cigar, so they probably smoke pretty fast. I mean, you're not getting the 90-minute cigar. You're probably getting a 30 to 40-minute cigar, if that even, depending upon how dry it was.
Yeah, I wonder if they had humidity control back then. It would have had to been in a wooden box. But
do you guys have any cigars from back in the day?
Back in the day of what?
Back in the day of the Civil War? We're not that old.
Yeah,
No. There's in Ybor City, there's a guy that sells legit cigars from like back from 1930s all the way to 1990s, and I have a cigar. It's called the Corina cigar, and it was from 1936, and I still have it. It's a little tiny one, and pretty interesting.
So you just have it in your humidor? You never smoke it?
No, never. No, my girlfriend got it for me for my birthday last year, 2 years ago, and it's literally I should actually bring it. It's like a tiny cigar, like this size. It looks like a Connecticut. It's light, but yeah, Corino cigars goes back to like 1910s.
Is it in a glass case? Breaking case of emergency?
No, they.
I mean,
No, it's they put it in a cellophane, so it's in a cellophane.
So how do you know? How do you know that he's legit? How do you know he's not? He just didn't roll some tobacco and tell you, hey, this is from the 1930s.
Due to the fact, because when I looked at the site, and I gotta find the site. All the cigars that he has, even you can see that they're really, really old.
Okay.
Now you're making me want to go downstairs to grab the cigar, but
No, just asking. Just asking. So, all right, Marty.
So you talked about Winston Churchill too. He liked Romeo y Julieta.
Julieta.
And they did make him, or they later named a cigar size, the Churchill, for him. They were the first ones, I guess. 7 inches by 47 ring gauge.
Yeah, I knew that. That was, yeah.
But it's interesting that Davidoff has the
Julius Caesar?
No, they have like the late hour, which has a picture of
late hour is Davidoff, right?
I know, but they're you have like the Winston Churchill cigar.
Yeah.
Like the late hour has a picture of him on the band.
Maybe they wanted the job on the, they tried to make it get the name for it.
Yep. So they used a lot of Cuban cigars as diplomatic gifts in the 19th and 20th centuries. I think we heard that right before they had the embargo. Teddy's going down to his basement to find the old.
Oh, he's gone. We'll never see him again.
Right before they instituted the embargo, Kennedy bought I don't know how many boxes of Cuban cigars.
Supposedly 3,500. I think is what they thought was what the rumor was.
3,500 boxes or 3,500 cigars?
I think 3,500 cigars.
Yeah. Interestingly, at some point, doctors were using cigars in medicine they treated asthma, stress, and headaches, which I can see it helping stress and headaches. I don't think it would help asthma too much.
Yeah.
But that really didn't have scientific backing. So that kind of faded.
Absolutely did, pal.
Yeah.
I mean, we talked about that story.
Yeah.
Where it's just before he signed the order, he sent the rumor is, or the legend is that he sent out his assistant to go and buy as many Cuban cigars as he could get out of Washington D.C. before he signed the order.
Unfortunately, he did not get to enjoy all those.
No, he did not.
I wonder who got them.
I don't know.
Yeah, up to this day, people go back to Cuba and try to get Cubans. So up to this day, I know a lot of people they'll bring back Cubans. So
yeah,
nothing changed.
For a while in the Victorian era, they were marketing them to women, but that didn't go too well because the perception was cigars is a masculine thing to do.
I'm assuming there's a lot of background cicadas in the background.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So that's really it. There's some points here about the 19th century cigar boom in Ybor City. We kind of talked about that when we talked about, cigar factories in the United States. European cigar hubs in Seville. Bremen was the other city that I couldn't remember earlier. And then the global spread. And that brings us to today. And we're living in what is this now? Is this like the second cigar boom or the third cigar boom?
I still think, I mean, and we've talked about this. I mean, we're obviously living in the golden age of cigars. I think this is.
Oh, that's right, the golden age.
That's my term for it, the golden age of cigars, because looking at what gets released every year, and we can talk about, and I don't know if we got news or not coming up, but in the news, just the number of cigars that are coming out, and it's crazy to think that there's no stopping it.
We made that list of all the cigars we want to review. Like there's, we're gonna have to write like 3 cigar reviews a week to get them all done by the end of the year. There's so many new cigars released.
Bob the cigar guy, in June, I think he had 32 reviews that he did. So that's one a day.
And he does this by video, which I can see why he does them by video now, because you could just smoke it, knock the review out, and you're done.
But he goes back and edits it too.
He has to.
So I mean, we haven't gotten to that portion yet. But yeah, he has to go back. But yeah, so I mean, I don't know when the boom will bust. And I think for those of us that are on this podcast, those that are in the Cigar Dojo or Discords or whatever, we're the cigar nerds of the world. And when the cigar boom bust, we're not going to cry, because it's not like you're going to go, okay, we can't get cigars anymore. It's going to be, okay, hey, you're going to probably get 50 cigar releases in a year as opposed to 200. So I don't think it's going to be something to go, oh man, I missed the days when we had 200 brand new cigars out there. Hey, we got 50 new cigars this year. Okay, I'll take that. I'm not going to complain.
Yeah.
So I ran downstairs while you guys were talking about 5 minutes ago, and I got
downstairs.
I don't know if you guys can see it. It's a 1935, actually. I looked it up. Corina Clark's. And you can kind of tell, I mean, the cigar, it's old. Obviously, they use a new cellophane, but I'm assuming that's what they were, the cigars back in the day.
Yeah.
The size.
Yeah. Yeah.
There used to be a lot more Candela cigars back in the early 1900s, I think.
That's what I heard.
So Val says, I don't see a boom bust, but maybe a short plateau. So my question, and I'll throw it out there for everybody, we got time, is that short plateau then to turn around and go back up, or is it just sort of we're at a leveling out? Like I said, okay, hey, we're not getting 200 cigars released this year, we're getting 50. And do we see that 50 for the next 5-6 years, or is it you're going to get 50 for like 3 years, and all of a sudden you're going to see us go back up again? I don't know.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, because we're getting to where I was talking to somebody today. We were doing a financial course because our 401k is changing at work, and so the guy was telling the guy about the podcast, and he goes, "So, what's going on?" So I was just sort of explaining it to him, and he goes, "I probably smoke 1 cigar a year." I said, well, that's the casual smoker who goes to a wedding and gets one handed to him or whatnot. But it was interesting, he was really amazed at what we do, and I'm like, well, we're brand new. I can tell you about guys that have been doing this for years. The Cigar Authority just celebrated their 16th year. So, so it's interesting to see how this all develops, but at the same point, see where it's going to go. Because my point was, pricing-wise, we're at a pretty high point right now. And he asked me, he goes, well, I probably smoke an $8 cigar. And I said, well, an $8 cigar of Umbagog Bronzeback is a darn good, it's probably $9.50, but that's a darn good cigar, and you can smoke it all day long and never have a problem. I said, or you can turn around and smoke a $14 cigar
Or if you've got money falling out of your pocket, you can smoke a $100 cigar. It all depends on what your thought process is on it. But yeah, so um, it's interesting. And I'm just curious. I'm just curious to see how it goes and where we go from here with the cigar industry.
Right.
And it's interesting how we keep also having kind of newer boutique brands out there that they're getting, in their feet, and they're getting the brand new brands. And I think it's gonna be more. I think we're gonna increase the number.
Oh, we could. Yeah, I mean, you're always going to increase. You're always going to have people throwing their foot into or their feet into the ring of cigars. And oh, hey, I can do this, or I'm going to try to do this. Let me see how good it comes out. But how long they survive is always the interesting aspect of it. Going, are they going to survive for any length of time, or is it going to be a one and done? I just did the review for the Lura Scaro, the Big Joe, and as shocking as it was, they've been on business only since 2023, so they're definitely taking their crack at the apple, and they're doing it right. So it's a matter of going, okay, they're doing it right. We have other people that struggle and just can't make it. So it's how's it going and how you doing, and what's your dedication. We've seen people that get into the lifestyle, and they open up a cigar lounge because they want to smoke somewhere with their buddies, and that falls apart. That lounge falls apart because they don't really have a true interest in the lifestyle. It's just the hobby to them. Same thing with cigar brands. Are they getting into it because of their love of cigars, or that you know what? Let me see if I can get into this. Let me see if I can make some bucks. So
Well, that leads us into cigar news.
yeah. How do you got anything? I can talk about a couple things, and I'll break with our well, my screen just went crazy. I will break with our press release that's coming out. Hopefully, it'll be out here soon. But Black Label Trading today announced that they are releasing the Triforium, which is an Oakland tobacconist exclusive. The cigar is handcrafted at the Fabrico Oveja Negra in Esteli, and it is it's a Nicaraguan origin. It's a kind of Maduro wrapper, a Ecuadorian Habano binder, and Nicaraguan filler. They're only coming in Toro size, the 6x50s. They're 10-count packs, and they retail individually for $11.50 a cigar. So James Brown, our boy, said he was honored to make so it's an anniversary cigar for Oakland tobacconists. They've been a supporter of Oveja Negra. And so the Triforium is a rich, dark, and elegant. It's all about balance, earthy, dark fruit notes, and highlighted by a subtle floral aroma. The long finish is a beautiful mix of bittersweet cocoa and mild peppery spice. And so that's exclusive at Oak Glen.
Yeah, I think you can get those now.
Oh, can you? Okay.
Yeah, so
They're also coming out, and I'm gonna carry it ultimate. If I pronounce it correctly, Tigersaurus from Black Label Trading Company.
Okay.
Kelvin told me about it.
And then STG DuPont announced they're discontinuing 50 cigars. So
is it cigars or SKUs?
SKUs.
Okay.
So
sizes.
But it's funny because one of the cigars I just started trying, the Chunk Maduro XL, is one of the ones they're discontinuing. So that's surprising because they just released the Chunk Shade.
they have like large, extra large, double extra large,
Mm-hmm.
triple extra large, I think. So they're just doing that one size, which I don't know what the ring gauge of that one is, but
Yeah.
there's still the large, which is the by 61, if that's what you've been smoking.
But it's weird, and it's STG, so nothing makes sense. But that cigar just came out, so you've already made a decision in 8-9 months that's it. We're done with that one.
That one wasn't selling out of the four Vitolas they released, I guess.
I guess, yeah.
I mean, it's I talk with Jimmy, the other person that works at Ultimate in the mornings, and I think that's a good thing. It's a good thing to go through SKUs and kind of refresh the sizes of some of the brands out there. I think that's what they do. I think also Steve Saka did that too.
Yeah, they all do it. Yeah, I just was shocked that they did that one so quickly.
Yeah, it seems strange. Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I'm not saying they don't. I'm not saying that they shouldn't scale them.
How they do this? How they did it so fast?
Yeah,
it's that SDG.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's STG. It's not like it's it's not like it's something shocking with them, but it's stuff that they do doesn't make sense. So I don't claim that it's logical in any sense of the matter. But at the same point, it's like going, okay, what do you guys? How bad did this thing sell that you guys are already willing to pull it? They've also announced that they're increasing pricing. So their STG has said, "This is time. We're going to increase our pricing." So in August, they've decided to bump up their costs, and it's it's probably tariff related. We saw the tariffs go up for Nicaragua to 18%.
That's what he said on the email.
Yeah.
They're blaming the tariffs.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so that's STG in a nutshell, and going okay, fine. What else do we have here? As I'm trying to remember what I read from Half Wheel this week. I can't think of anything else, guys. Do you have anything else that is?
See, we were talking about older cigars. I forgot to tell you guys. I have another one. I actually have two left. When Perdomo started with his father, it's called Perdomo ESV 1991 vintage.
Mm-hmm.
And that was one of his first cigar. He made it in 1991 and released it in 2001. And it's a phenomenal cigar. It was a gold find when I first started working at Ultimate. There was still a half box left on the shelf. Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess the other thing to mention, and it's just worth mentioning, but you're not going to be able to find it, is the Protocol Crime Scene Unit cigar came and went. 100 boxes. Abe got all of them, and they're gone. Oh, did you get some? Wow.
Oh, this guy.
Look at you go. Look at you go. So.
I'm really looking forward to trying that.
Fireborn with a Dr. Pepper, it's a great smoke.
You're gonna make me, drink Dr. Pepper next week.
Dr. Pepper Zero. I'm Dr. Pepper Zero. But no, I'm really. It's funny because I don't know if you saw me or not, Fireborn. I took a puff of this, and I looked at the cigar because I'm like, it tasted like a hamburger all of a sudden. I'm like, I'm like, I got like the charred hamburger flavor note. I'm like, oh, that was really good. So, yeah. Marty? What you were smoking? You were smoking the
La Carême Bellissimo Fino. Yeah, it's always good.
Yep. And Teddy, we know what you think of the Decenio.
Decenio is so good.
Yeah.
Just burns phenomenal. Taste is great. I told customers, even though I come in and the regulars, I think, and the 20th anniversary is good too. But that's probably one of the best aged sticks.
Yeah.
After Bella Artis.
The Dorado is my favorite of that line.
Yeah. Val brings up a good point, and I'm almost wondering if you're going to start seeing that, you know, are you going to start seeing companies, brands going, you know what, Robustas and Toros are the best sellers. I'm just going to put those out. I'm not going to, I'm not going to do a Churchill. I'm definitely not going to do a Lancero. I know our Lancero, the people that love Lanceros, they're great. But are you going to start seeing companies go, we're going to stick with the Robustos and the Toros, or some margin around there to make it a Grand Toro or Grand Robusto or whatever? But are you going to start seeing companies shifting if
To
they
only
see
one
this,
size. Yeah.
or to two sizes, to stick to two sizes? I can say every once in a while, hey, this thing smokes a lot better with the Churchill, and okay, we're going to release the Churchill version with the Robusto and a Toro, excuse me. But are you going to start seeing them stop taking this path of, we're going to put out 4 different Vitolas, and then a year from now we're going to cut back 2 of them? I don't know.
Or maybe
So,
do like limited releases of Coronas or something.
yep, yeah,
Yeah.
yep.
And it's up to the clientele out there, not just the lounges, also online retailers that, okay, this person only buys this type of cigar. Like I said before, the big sellers, Ultimate, it's crazy, but it's Gordos. Gordos on sizes sell all the time.
Do you know
And
why?
it's-
Do you know why?
No, I do not know why. I mean,
I can tell you why.
why?
People think they're getting more cigar for the money. So they're like, you know what? I'm going to go with the bigger, thicker cigar because I'm getting more cigar. And they look at that versus a Toro or Robusto and go, I'll pay the extra $1
Mm-hmm.
and I'm getting more cigar. And that's I hate to use the word novice, but that's the people that think, okay, I want a big cigar because that's what I think I'm gonna get more cigar, versus the geeks that are here and in the cigar lifestyle that go, yeah, this doesn't have the right flavor notes. So that cigar was made that way, yes, but it smokes better as a Robusto, it smokes better as a Toro, it smokes better as a Churchill, Lancero, whatever it is. But yeah, the more and more I see it, the more and more I know that that's what people are doing. Yes, Fireborn, you're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct.
Yeah.
So
Like everything is big in Texas, right?
yeah.
The
So let's
That's all for news. What do we
Yep.
got for? You got anything for this day in history, Chicago history?
I was gonna jump to the Capone cut.
Oh, you want to do that?
Yeah.
yes, let's do the Capone cut.
I was gonna do the Capone cut. Oh, there it is.
Oh, you had to cover me, huh? I'm just
I
kidding.
did.
Just kidding. I'm kidding.
Val paid me to cover you. So today's Capone cut is the Oliva V Milanio.
Such a good cigar.
It is a good cigar. It is
Great cigar.
It's a great cigar.
I think that was the first box I ever bought.
Yeah.
Wow.
You can't go wrong with this cigar. It's just got the right notes to it. You're going to get a solid smoke every single time. You're not going to have any type of draw issues. I mean, you could have draw issues, but
always on sale. Like you can always get it for a good price.
Yeah, it's a bold cigar. It's a good cigar. It gives you what you're looking for. So from the Chicago side of things, what do we pair this with? And that's why I had to pick this one. Because what are you going to pair the Oliva V Milanio with?
Oh no, my lord, you're killing me. You
pair it with Malort or a bourbon. But if you're going to go the Chicago style, you got to pair it with Malort. And say what you want, but you pair it with a Malort. Yeah, it's bold and bold. You got the two. It's going to complement each other. So,
and it's also, my lord, never leaves your taste buds. It's always
there.
So,
yeah.
it's a win-win.
Yeah, and
Should
then
do an episode where one of us loses a bet and has to drink Malort on the air.
Oh,
that's a lost bet for sure.
I lost on that one.
Yeah, and so as we're developing this, I didn't like the way we were rating stuff before. I didn't like the speakeasy and all that kind of stuff. So more the Chicago line of things, we're going to go because us Chicagoans love our food. Our new rating system is going to be deep dish deluxe, Italian beef, or Chicago style dog. And so the deep dish deluxe is going to be the rich, complex, top shelf. That's the creme de la creme. The Italian beef, bold, satisfying, solid daily smoke. And the Chicago dog, simple, approachable, and wallet friendly. All right. So the Oliva Milano Series V, that's getting our Italian beef rating. I'm gonna
You
get a
cannot
graphic
put
for our Italian beef, but that's gonna be
that's awesome. You
yeah,
cannot put ketchup,
yeah.
okay,
It's
on the
not
hot
an
dog.
Italian beef. Oh
No, on the
gosh,
hot
that's
dog.
no,
On
that's
the hot dog.
yeah, no, that's definitely not Chicago style. It's definitely
Uh,
not Chicago style. I'll actually tell you, yesterday or Sunday, we went to. Did you guys know that Chicago has a minor, it's probably AAA or single A baseball team called the Chicago Dogs out of Rosemont?
oh, you talked about it,
It's a
yeah.
Yeah, so we went there. We went there on Sunday. We had a work outing there. Really enjoyable. It was good. I mean, if I had younger kids, it's definitely something to take them to. The fields, the stadium's wide open. You can walk around. The players are all throwing balls to the kids and stuff like that. So it was fun. But yeah, so the Chicago Dogs. But yeah, so that's our Capone cut, the Milano V, Malort, and it's getting our Italian beef rating. So
All right.
Awesome.
Fireborn, listen.
He's
You come
right.
to Chicago. You come to Chicago. We'll hook you up with a bottle of Malort, and we'll convert you.
I'm sorry, Fireborn.
We'll convert you, or we'll kill you. One of the two. Yes. No. Val's absolutely right. E.H. Taylor single barrel. Any bourbon with the Oliva V is a good choice. You definitely cannot go wrong with the E.H. Taylor single barrel. I just picked up another bottle of that. The wife goes, "How many of you?" I said, "You gotta always have those on spare. You never know." So, yeah, the Polish
Yeah,
sausage.
don't forget the Polish sauces. Absolutely.
Yeah. So
It's big in Chicago.
all right, should we hit Chicago history today?
Yeah, I got two things. You guys have how many things you got?
I got a couple.
I didn't do anything. I was busy doing the other
You were
stuff.
busy. Yeah. So I'll start out, Teddy, and then you can jump in. But not the most joyous thing, but August 5th, 1966.
Martin Luther King. Yep.
Martin Luther King got stoned during the Marquette Park protest, walking around with about 700 demonstrators on August 5th. It was a fair housing protest through Marquette Park and Gage Park, and counter-protesters attacked with bricks, bottles, and cherry bombs. King was struck in the head by a rock during the march. He later said, "I have never seen mobs as hostile and hate-filled as I have seen here in Chicago." So, Chicago hospitality wins again.
Yeah, I guess apparently we were worse than the South back then.
Yeah. I remember my grandmother lived right by Marquette Park. I remember the Nazi protests in there, and
That's crazy.
We were in the house and away from the windows. She's like, "Get in here." So, what you got, Teddy?
Another one I have is on August 5th, 1912, the Progressive Party, popularly known as the Bull Moose Party, held its national convention in Chicago, led by former President Theodore Roosevelt. And this convention was a pivotal moment in American political history, representing a major progressive challenge to establish a two-party system.
Nice.
That's the only two I had only.
Nice. Salute to my son, 1882. The U.S. Navy authorization of the USS Chicago. On August 5th, Congress authorized several steel warships, including the future USS Chicago, marking the beginning of the modernized new Navy era. And then we got some baseball stuff here. 1977, the Cubs lose division lead. On August 5th, 1977. Sorry, Marty. The Cubs fell to the Padres 11-8, which resulted in the Philadelphia Phillies overtaking them in their standings. This marked a turning point in that season's pennant race. What else we got? 1884, August 5th, 1884, first car to exceed 300 miles per hour connected to Chicago. Some timelines mention a tie to Chicago's advertising or automobile industry in 1935. but unrelated events of August 5th are noted on other locations. So that's what we have. It's still slow. It's surprisingly, we have more protest reports for this day in history in the
Than
summertime than we
anything,
have
yeah.
anything else. Yeah. So, yeah.
Talk about um talk about the Cubs. You know, the Brewers are coming in hot. We're a game and a half behind, right? I believe.
Are they a game and a half behind?
Yeah, the Brewers are first now.
Oh yeah. The Cubs are. I was
Yeah,
gonna say. I thought the Brewers overtook them. Yeah.
yeah. The Brewers overtook them, I think, the past week and a half.
How about those Yankees getting swept?
No, that's
Yankees getting
crazy.
swept. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Judge
So,
got injured, I believe, right?
yeah. Now you were there when?
You were there? Like what year,
That's,
Bell?
yeah. So, um, yeah, it's with football seasons we're getting. I think do the Bears have their first preseason game this Saturday?
Coming up.
I
Yeah, I
thought it
think
was 11. Yeah, is it this weekend? I
Yeah.
thought it was
weekend.
yeah. That is it Sunday, I believe. It's either Saturday or Sunday.
It's usually Saturday. Usually Saturdays they have them, but it could be Sunday. I don't know. But yeah, so there's only two. There's only two preseason games or spring training games or whatever you call them. And then then they jump into the long season. So it'll be interesting. There's a lot of stuff coming out of the Bears training camp about Caleb and Ben Johnson and some feelings and some development. So it'll be
Hey,
interesting.
we are undefeated in 2025. Okay, take the mindset and let's go win some football.
And then you heard about Shakir Sanders, right? He's
No.
already claiming he's hurt
Oh wow.
for Cleveland. For Cleveland, and Cleveland picked up their fourth quarterback this week. I think yesterday they signed their fourth quarterback. Their first three quarterbacks are all injured. So
They
it's
had like 5 of them at the.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
You
and then
know, the Cubs did a trade, and they got one of the pitchers they got pitched 2 innings yesterday, and then his shoulder hurt, and now he's on the disabled list.
oh my gosh. But that Shakir Sanders, I mean, he held out and he thought he was going to go in the first round, and obviously, what everybody was feeling was true because if all of a sudden he's claiming he's hurt, and he's just in spring training or I don't know what they call this, summer camp, fall camp, I don't know what they call this. I call it spring training, but it's not obviously. But to basically be able to say, hey, so oh wow, 1966 she was there, he was there, they were there. Sorry. Ugh. Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
that's some history right there.
Yeah, it is. Wow. Hey, it's the Cubs. They'll take what they can get right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Giveaway
All right, guys.
time.
Oh, it is giveaway time. We have 4 people. I've got. Let me see. I've got what I've got on the. I got 4 people on the list. I got Val, Fireborn, TX, and Motoman. Am I missing anybody?
I think
If you're here, say something, shout, because 3 out of the 4 are going to win. So, and I'm taking Fireborn off, so we'll have 3 of 3 win.
those are good odds.
Those are probably the best
That's-
odds I've ever seen in one of these. So,
And then if you guys wanna, whoever wins, they can email us. Obviously, if you guys know our personal information, you can give us information of where we're to send the package.
So you putting the wheel together, Mike?
I have it together, but
All right.
I'm doing something here, and of course, my system wants to ask me 15,000 questions. So,
Is it
okay.
asking you to click all the stoplights?
Yes, yes,
Click the pictures of stoplights to prove that you're human?
yes.
How many motorcycles in this picture?
Are you
know
a
it.
robot?
I might.
It's gonna be a question soon. Like, are you an AI?
Yeah. Why is it doing this to me? You know?
We didn't say what's your oldest cigar, Marty, that you have?
Oh, geez, I don't know. I have some that are, I don't know what the age is, like 2006, probably.
I have another one. I have a closed box, Champagne, Perdomo Champagne Noir. Also, I got from Ultimate, and also I got a closed box from Ohio. But those are good cigars. Perdomo Noir. I wish he can bring it back.
How old were those Aganorsa cigars you still have in the humidor?
We don't talk about that.
Mike is gonna be pissed at me because the owner of Don Rafa came in, like I told you guys earlier this week, and he was amazed that I have the Buena Cosecha. So the Buena Cosecha, the Sabor Aganorsa, and the Secretos de Arte, the all from 2016. So 9 years old.
I still have the Sabor Aganorsa and the Secretos del Arte.
So I got a box and a half left of the Buena Cosecha and the Robusto size. The guys smoked all of them on the weekend. The Toros that I had.
I'm not going to be able to share this for some reason. I'm going to have to do something in my settings, but I will.
We trust.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's 4 of you, so if you guys can't trust me, then we got troubles.
We got troubles.
So hold on a second here. Let me shuffle here. Shuffle. Let me see. Shuffle. And let me spin.
First giveaways.
My first giveaway, 4 people.
Very nice.
It's going to have to be a redo.
Is it spinning?
Fireborn. Fireborn wins the first one. So you can choose if you want Marty, Teddy's, or mine. You can just let us know. Since I guess that's a nice way to do it, to give him a choice of which of the 3 he wants. And let me shuffle again here. And let me spin. It's going to be Val. So Val. And I feel this is terrible. They have 2 people. Boy, I feel bad for. We had a 4th person.
But I don't know that the other guys know. They haven't decided what cigars, but I told you what I got.
And then TX Rebel is got the 3rd one.
All right.
Congratulations,
TX and Val.
There you go. Listen, Fireborn. It's a new computer and it's not agreeing with me right now. I got to go in. I keep learning all these settings that Apple's got that you've got to tweak this and do this versus when you're on the Windows, it's just okay. Share it. That's it. So Val's taking Teddy's.
Yep.
Fireborn. Who did he take? Marty for Fireborn. So all TX, right. I'm sorry, you're stuck with me. So TX, message us. You can either message us. Or you can email us. Our email address is chitowncigar@gmail.com. chitowncigar@gmail.com. Email us your address, and we will get those shipped out to you post haste. Or I could be like Randy and just never ship anything.
From Dojo.
Yeah. But guys, it was a great night. I appreciate it, and I just appreciate everybody joining us. We can't thank you guys enough. You guys are our loyal fans. You have been with us since the beginning. You hopefully will continue to get the numbers up. We made it as high as 7. I don't know if we had any other people. I didn't check X. But so our streak is broken. I think we broke our streak at 5? We have 5 weeks in a row of 10 plus. So next week, Eric Bay will be on the podcast. So hopefully we'll see our numbers jump up there. And so that'll be next week. And then the following week, I don't think we have anything. I don't think we've discussed it yet. We got some work to do. And then the following week after that, I'm going on vacation. So you boys can figure out what to do.
Me and Marty.
I will jump on the podcast from the mountains of Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, and
So
I
beautiful.
will enjoy a cigar and talk to you guys from the hot tub while you guys are struggling here in Chicago. So,
I'm jealous. Enjoy.
Marty, close us out.
So we'll figure out what we'll do for the 19th, but on the 21st, we're having a wedding too, and my sister-in-law and niece are coming into town, and they want to be on our podcast on Thursday. So I'm going to do a special live with those two and get them to smoke a cigar. They're not cigar smokers, so
start them off with an acid. You start them off with an acid. It's the way to go.
So on the 21st, we're going to do a special one.
So awesome.
All right, everyone.
Have a great night, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Have a great night and put some smoke in the air.